Thank you very much, Speaker. I have the tremendous privilege and honour of being the member of provincial parliament for a constituency called Nepean Carleton. Inside Nepean Carleton, it is inside the entire city of Ottawa, but we have the issue of having Hydro 1 and Ottawa Hydro. We have a degree of complexity there as a result of, in some communities, one side of the street is serviced by Hydro 1, the other is serviced by Ottawa Hydro. And one of the frustrations my constituents have consistently had is the fact that they would like to all to be on the City of Ottawa's hydro facility, which is Ottawa Hydro. Notwithstanding that, what I see a lot of the time is the disparity between what we in the urban part of the riding pay compared to those who live in rural Ottawa. And this is exacerbated more by some of the disastrous policies put forward by this Liberal government. Last week, I had the opportunity on Facebook to ask my constituents for their hydro bills, and I asked them to participate with me. And generally, when we post something on social media, you might get 10 or 20 people that may go out of their way to share your post. This in particular, Speaker, when I asked them about hydro, was shared over 170 times across the City of Ottawa. And I'll tell you how effective it was, Speaker, that not only did I receive hydro bills from people, I had a letter from my daughter's hockey coach, his assistant coach, sent me a letter a year ago that he had sent to the former Minister of Energy, Bob Chiarelli, about his high hydro rates and the fact that it was becoming unsustainable for him and his family. But I was also, didn't matter where I was, at the grocery store this past weekend, at the hockey arena, people were saying, "Oh, Lisa, I have to get you my hydro bill." And they're angry, Speaker, and of the 10 years I've been here, the 4 mandates that the people of Nepean Carleton sent me here to defend their interests, this issue, I've never seen anything quite like it. It has really catapulted them beyond partisanship. I'm not talking here that the people that are talking to me are progressive conservatives and anti-liberal. Right now, they are anti-Kathleen Wynne as a result of her disastrous energy policies. And let me be very perfectly clear. As a former energy critic, and I sit with my colleague from Nipissing as a former energy critic, we put forward thoughtful policies between 2011 and 2014 on how we would change the energy system here in the province of Ontario. So when the Liberals say, you know, they don't have a solution, well, yes, we actually did have a solution, Speaker. We talked about ending those wind and solar contracts that we cannot afford, and where in some instances the contractual obligations are not being met by the partners of the provincial government. We've talked about harnessing our renewable, the most renewable source of energy we have, which is our hydroelectric power. The government today is spilling and subsidizing over $1 billion of our energy each year to other jurisdictions, and that can't continue, Speaker, because as a result of that, we're paying more for power that people can't afford. Third, Speaker, we have talked about something the government has just recently done, which is removing the HST off of heat and hydro, and we talked about limiting the future contracts with renewables, which the government is now desperate to deal with. But I just want to point out that the first initiative is about 36 cents a day by taking off the HST of heat and hydro. And then the second issue is $2.45 as a result of cancelling the future renewables. But that doesn't take anything off the current bill. And as I said to one of the hockey trainers this weekend at the Minto Arena in Barrhaven, you know, I know you think you're getting your 8% off of your next bill, but wait till November 1st. Exactly. Wait till November 1st when there's a rate hike. Energy is not getting sustainable or affordable in this province, and you know, I have an entire I have about 50 people who have sent in their hydro bills that I could be reading, but I'm going to leave you with this, Speaker. A couple of years ago, after the government brought in the Green Energy Act, I was off to a small mobile home community. They have bad water there, and I've been trying for years to try and get that fixed, but it's privately owned, so it's difficult. Many of the people there are on very limited income, many of whom are seniors. And I walked in to meet with this family, and they were all bundled up. And when I went in, we had a conversation. I didn't really notice that the lights were down. It was the middle of winter in Ottawa. We can get it -41 with the wind chill. It's very cold. And we're sitting there, we got talking about social media, and I said, well, you just fire it up on your laptop there and find out what's on Facebook. You know what they said to me? We can't put the computer on or the heat until after 6 o'clock because of time of use. These elderly people were sitting in their home, minus 41, Linwood Park, City of Ottawa, nation's capital, and they couldn't afford to put their heat on. That, my friends, is Kathleen Wynne's legacy. Thank you.